Excuse me. Oh, look at that.
What happened? You know, right?
Lego setup's fancy. Doing it live. A little bit early. What is up, people? You got a special treat. Lego's going to be doing some live art with us on this show. So as we're talking our stuff, you see Lego's art as well happening.
What do you mean, huh? Will you take them down?
Not right now. They're on.
Okay.
Sorry, the wife is not aware of our activities.
Sorry. I'm trying to cool down. Just putting my head in the freezer. Oh.
That's what you got to do in the ghetto, kids.
Hey, where's your phone so we can watch the...
Oh, yeah.
All right, as we're filtering in. So everything's still on for Ontario, Isaac? Got all your furniture and all that good stuff ready, set, ready to go?
Furniture?
Well, I mean, you're just going to like have comics on the floor?
Oh, I'm doing pops and toys, dude.
Ah, no comics?
That's Sanchez's department.
Okay.
Wait, when's Ontario?
December.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of East. Go ahead.
Are you going to be at LA?
LA looks like a shit show.
Yeah, I don't like the way it's broken down.
Oh.
Have you seen how it's set up, Liz?
Oh, well, no, because I'm not really in charge of that, but we're going to be there. We're gonna have like a booth there or a table there for LA Comic Con.
That might be some, I don't know, man. It's like they've got, if you get the deluxe pass, just as a fan going in, if you get the deluxe pass, then you get to go for 3 chunks. So the chunks are 5-hour chunks. So I think Friday there's like an evening chunk, and then there's two chunks of 5 hours each on Saturday and 2 chunks on Sunday. Am I correct?
Yeah,
Isaac?
There's like a break. I did hear that. There's like a break in between.
Well, it's not just a break. It's like
2 hours or something, I thought.
Maybe it's a break, but I think it's more of like a if you buy a pass, if you buy like a 1-day thing, you don't get a whole day, you only get a 5-hour chunk.
Oh, really? Because the way that somebody described it to me, it's like if you got your deluxe pass, you're able to go through for the whole time and all the chunks. It's just there's for like 2 hours they shut it down so that the dealers can get up and move and go get food or check out the convention, so that the dealers are able to like enjoy it and to kind of shuffle people around a little bit, so not everybody's congregating.
As a dealer, how are you going to enjoy your break when everybody else is on break while you're on break?
Well, you won't have to like man the table. I don't know. That's how it was described.
It's
a valid question. It's a valid question.
Like, hey, I got a break. I can go check out the Marvel booth. You go to the Marvel booth and they're all on fucking break. What is that gonna do?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think they're exiting, or I don't think that they're pushing everybody out. It's just something where they're going to clear it out. It's my guess. This is just a guess on my part, is that they're going to close it down so that they can like still, with COVID and stuff, they're still going to try and sanitize it or clean it or move the trash out, that kind of stuff. I have a feeling that that's part of the reason they're doing it, because they're still in LA, and LA is a little bit more.
Well, my whole thing is, if they're going to spray the place down with Lysol, they should get some fucking right guard and get some of them big dudes in the armpit too.
Right.
Some of these cons, man, They make the right guard turn left.
Yeah, it's pretty gnarly. I don't know. It sounds like it's gonna be a shit show.
Well, if I go, I'll let you know. If I'm actually there to run the booth, I'll let you know.
And like I told these guys, the only way I'm gonna go is if I'm going for free. I'm not gonna pay for that.
Well, maybe you can take my
This is
pass.
outside of our realm to get. I mean, we get some pull on the channel sometimes. We can get into some stuff. At least I've been able to. I got quite an entourage now, so I don't know how that'll work, but I can get into these
We
things
do that.
sometimes.
If we all go to LA Comic Con because of a pass for the channel, you should go as Ruby Rod, and we can go as like all of his like psychophants that follow him.
Am I gonna have to get like a Afro puff
Yeah,
tornado in the front of my head?
that little speaker on his walking stick or his baton or whatever. Yeah,
You guys are gonna have to understand the words that are coming out of my mouth.
I'll be like,
Wrong movie, but close.
Same dude though.
Yeah. Do you understand the words? And my favorite part is the whole time Jackie Chan just staring at him and smiling. So good.
All right, Lego. Set us up.
Sorry, what'd you say?
I said set us up. What do we
All
have
right.
here? I love your area there.
We're kind of making it work. We're not in my normal studio space. This is my kitchen table, so I just brought a few little quick things in. Grabbing some cardboard, getting it cut up. I'm not sure exactly what I'm gonna do tonight. Gonna kind of let you guys talk some shit and maybe get inspired as we go along.
I think that
Yeah.
apron's pretty super.
I have a Superman apron on.
Oh hell yeah!
So, do you have that?
no, I have a Captain America.
That's
one.
right. You got the cap one.
Make havoc in the house. Let's
What
see.
up?
That's two heads back. Are you still in Texas, dude? Getting his key issues. You see that? You see that? You got some good shit out there, man.
That was a nice Wolverine he picked up. Dual sketches. I mean, dual signatures. He said he's gonna crack it and get Frank Miller to sign it at LA. Or I think he said he's buying the torpedo pass so he can meet Miller.
Torpedo
Yeah,
pass,
'cause
huh?
he's Torpedo. They're having, was it Donnie Cates and Jim Lee, Frank Miller, Mark Brooks, is it Sikevich? I can't ever Sikovich.
We understand.
Trying to think who else is going to be there. I don't know. They have a lot of people that are going to be there. That's like next month, I think. It's like mid-July.
Yeah.
What is?
Torpedo Con.
Oh yeah. I never really been a fan of that business model that they have, where you got to like pay for the membership and then still go get in some kind of a line. My original business model that I still like the most is the one that we're all met at. So I'll leave if anybody's curious as to where we met, you can ask in the comments. Maybe we'll dig into it. Got 5 on here now. So let's see. Josh, you had a pretty cool piece. Let me see if I can before we start getting into it too much, that you had shared with us that I had liked.
Yeah, I had watched that before we went live.
Only watched one of them. I didn't watch both of them.
That was
Are you
pretty
talking
good.
about the Tolkien one?
Yeah, the Tolkien one.
Yeah.
Was there a young Ripa in there too that I missed?
There was, yeah, there's one from Young Ripa and one from Just Some Guy.
Just Some
By
Guy.
the way, anybody who's watching this live stream, if you guys want some good biting commentary on the current state of comics and other things in our culture, both Young Ripa, I don't know if it's 69 or 59. It's Eric July. He's in some like metal band, but his content is so good that he recently got signed with Blaze TV. And then Just Some Guy is another comic book guy, but both of these guys have pretty good insight on what's going on in the industry right now, and they're both very critical of all the woke nonsense that's going on. And I think it was Just Some Guy that had a piece that I saw on what's going on with the Tolkien Society, a group of fans that take Tolkien's work real seriously. And the organization was originally headed up by Tolkien's son Christopher. And currently, I think it's at least partially led by his daughter, and they're going full woke, which is the biggest travesty of all. And Just Some Guy's content video basically breaks down like all the talks that are going on, talking about transgenderism in Gondor and like just weird crap. And it's awful. And he made a great point in the video. That Tolkien was a linguist by profession. That's what he taught in the university. And so every word that he put in his stories wasn't just like the standard way where you're trying to communicate things in an efficient way or in a fun way. Every word that he's putting in is completely intentional. He's wording things very precisely. And, he came up with all the languages for the other races and all this kind of thing. So it's a travesty that these social justice knuckleheads have infiltrated his fan base and are now going to dissect his work in the worst ways possible.
Yeah, I was gonna bring up some instances, but it was actually a video, so I can't really do too much showing of other people's videos on here. If it was like an article, I could have gone into it a little bit deeper, especially the titles of the presenters that are going to be speaking during that assembly that they're going to have in his honor.
Yes, supposedly the event is going to happen this Saturday, and they have a YouTube channel. I think it's called the Tolkien Society, or something along those lines. But you can look it up on YouTube. And so apparently their entire repertoire is going to be up there this Saturday. And if I get some time, I might try to dip in and listen to the madness that comes from the outer realms. But it's one of those things where you get to a point where you start to see all of your beloved franchises from the past get destroyed one by one. And Tolkien is one of the last big ones for them to get their grubby mitts on, but they're finally going to have a go at him. I'm supposing though that because they're all insane, that it's going to be very shallow and ridiculous. And I'm hoping that some real Tolkien fan out there will, do a breakdown of it and kind of like rip it to shreds, but we'll see.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. It'd be interesting for sure. And to just, you can't judge the people of the past by today's standards. Or if you do, you're just not taking the
Watch me.
Well, so I don't think it's incorrect to judge people of the past. I think you just have to have a standard that transcends time and culture. And the problem is that we are applying our insane, ever-shifting cultural morals that we have today as a means to judge people in the past. But I mean, the result of this, as you guys well know, is that we're judging ourselves for things we only did 5 and 10 years ago. We were just talking before the show about how comedians are getting canceled and Me Too'd for things that they did only a decade ago that were just many people did blackface back in the 90s and early 2000s and have to come out and grovel on national television in order to get around it. The fact that we don't have a moral standard that is worth a damn has led to this kind of a situation. We've abandoned the strong foothold of the past. And I think Tolkien would be one of the first people to point that out.
Jose, were you able to read the article?
I was not. Sorry.
Isaac, were you able to read it? Lego?
We're talking about the Tolkien one, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, I was able to read it or listen to it rather. Yeah, it's pretty out there. I don't. So I really like looking at literature and applying what it might have to put forward and incorporate it into my life and issues that I might be having. I don't think that's a bad thing to do. I do think that the Tolkien Society is doing a really weird thing. And I can't tell if it's just the YouTuber who was presenting it or if they really are trying to like take apart what he's done. But I think Tolkien's a good author. I mean, he's very openly Catholic, and that's going to make a huge influence on things he writes. I'm not Catholic myself, but I think it's interesting at least to have the perspective of someone who is. And I think it's the Lord of the Rings are fucking phenomenal. And anybody who's going to try to tell you that they're not because they don't have enough inclusivity is fucking insane. So I guess that's a bit of my thoughts without being thought out too much. I haven't really thought about it yet.
Wasn't one of the talks on that list that they had published something like dwarven women and the feminine lack?
Yes. Yeah, something about that.
Oh man. I just, the fact that there are people out there that are going to come up with a talk on that subject to talk about how women are not fairly represented, and this is typified in the absence of dwarven women from Tolkien's writings, is just like the apex of nitpicky, divisive bullshit.
Especially when you have strong female women in there in Galadriel and in Arwen and in Eowyn, and the things that they had to do and their position in those books and in the sequels or the Silmarillion and all the Lost Tales and stuff like that. There are plenty of strong female quote unquote representation. I mean, one's like the head of the Elven Order. One essentially kills the Witch King of Agmar, and only a woman can do that. And it's just, so to say that there aren't any women, strong women characters in it is stupid. Yeah, they're nitpicking by saying that they don't mention dwarf women or that the ant wives are gone or something like that.
I'm glad you brought up that
for any of you out there.
I do feel like that's a big point of inclusivity that's missing. There was not enough elm trees in the films or books, and that really bothered me.
No willows and no.
I think Lego's just upset that the Balrog didn't have a pair of boobs.
What do I got to do to get a palm tree in there? Come on, like really? We're in Europe, guys. Get some palms going.
One of the strong villain. I mean, if you even want to go on the flip side and look at the villains, one of the strongest villains was Shelob. And granted, he was a spider, but still, it's a female character
and a demon.
So I mean, it's all over. They've got them all. They've got strong representation all over the place.
Just for those of you out there that are Tolkien fans and would rather not smash your face into a brick wall by watching these lunatics dissect Tolkien in the most absurd ways, there's a channel out there called In Deep Geek that is phenomenal. This guy breaks down all sorts of questions about Tolkien's legendarium and his world and the characters. I highly recommend his channel. I was turned on to it about a year and a half ago, and I absorb all of his content because it's fantastic.
Perfect. Thank you for your contribution on that one, Josh. That was a great little Josh-led exercise in the adventure that we call talking shit. So
sorry.
Nice. No, it's good. All right, so let's
That's how we have to end every segment.
we're gonna take a look. We're gonna Subway. Oh no, I have to have an account in Arkansas Little Rock Times to talk about.
There's our hero,
Here he is again, Shadow Vision,
our zero
the
to hero.
Scottish superhero. All right, and this was the beginning of our adventure in making our own superheroes. So that's our segue. Let's see, Tolkien.
Oh,
Come on.
We
Open.
got to get some music for this. Dun 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 dun.
Oh,
Oh,
where'd it go?
Oh man.
I saw
Where'd
something
it
for a
go?
second.
from Talking Shit TV.
Hey,
I like that. YXYZ. EV. Breaking news. EV, the tech terrorist, destroys another deep drilling site. Join us live tonight on Talking Shit.
oh my god, it's so good. It's all.
What's,
I'm your
it's
host,
gonna
What's
be
this
a-
The
reporter's
retract.
name?
What's that,
I'm
Lego?
your host, The Retractor.
You need to have like an opening like they did for like the Muppet Show, Muppet News Flash. It's all comes running in, and it has like the.
No, there's some options for an opening. We could do it. I can share some stuff with you guys.
I really like that idea from last week where we decided that the retractor would be the rival or nemesis of EV, the electric villain.
you know, actually, I was thinking about it. Given the way that the team is kind of like filling itself out, I almost feel like the retractor would be like our Nick Fury, you know, the kind of leader and public face of the thing. That way, he could tell everybody we're doing one thing and then turn around and say, actually, they're doing another.
Hi.
That's a
Gotcha.
superpower, man.
And it'll all be okay because he printed a retraction.
Mhm.
That's right.
All's forgiven.
That's right.
So yeah, there he is. That looked great, Lego. Awesome job. I loved it.
So that brings our illustrious group up to 4 now, huh?
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, stay
That's
tuned.
like
Once
us,
the
is that
team
what
is
you're saying?
assembled, there might be a comic coming your way.
Or you can catch us at conventions. We'll be available for photo shoots. It'll be like a cosplay group. Be in front
No,
of
this
the
is
convention centers and like block people from entering because we're trying to have everyone take our pictures without wanting to take our pictures. You want my picture? You want my picture?
you know, this has a very Mystery Men kind of feel to it. I like it.
That needs to get put on the wheel.
I was about to say that.
You know what else I watched today was the Buffy the Vampire Slayer movie.
The one
That
with
movie
Pee Wee
has
Herman?
so many,
With Christy
yeah, it has
Swanson.
so many
With
people in
Christy
it.
Swanson,
Christy
Hillary-
Swanson,
yeah,
daughter,
Christy
Sarah Michelle
Swanson.
Gellar.
It has Hillary,
Hillary
Swank,
Swank,
Hillary
uh,
Swank,
Pee Wee Herman,
Ben
David
Affleck is in
Arquette.
it. Did you know
David
Ben
Arquette.
Affleck is in it too?
He has a very small role, right? He's like one of the classmates.
Yeah, he's like a football player on the opposite team or something like that. Or basketball player on the opposite team.
Donald Sutherland.
Yeah.
Keith Sutherland's dad. Who else? There was a bunch of people in that movie.
Yeah, I was gonna say, well, you named most of them.
Oh yeah, Luke Perry was on it too.
Yeah, Luke Perry's the boyfriend. But dude, yeah. I didn't realize how many people were in that movie.
It was so good.
It was
It was a
It
fun
was.
movie. It wasn't too serious.
It's funny watching it because you can see in the first season of the TV show that Sarah Michelle Gellar was trying to do her interpretation of Christy Swanson's like version of her. And then as the series went on, she kind of was able to like move away
Make it
from
her
it.
own.
But like some of
Yeah.
the things that she did and said and how she did certain things, like yeah, you could tell that they were trying to mesh the movie into
The show.
the TV show. Yeah. Because I know in the comic books that Luke Perry's character and her original Watcher come back in like the actual in the comic books that Dark Horse put out.
Oh, the season
So-
9.
Yeah, so it's part of the no, even earlier than that. So it's part of the whole myth, that movie. And then they even in the TV show they reference back to the movie some of the stuff.
I think I watched it for 2 seasons and then I stopped.
I'm with you on that one. I think it was like 2 seasons.
John wants to know if Finger Bang sings the Finger Bang song from South Park.
I'm gonna finger bang bang you.
Into my life, girl, you want me finger bang and it's all right.
Bang bang.
Finger bang bang you into my life.
I left my friend. See you. I left my family. See you.
Did you see that episode?
No.
Oh.
James Lewis wants to know if our comic will be ready in time for Ontario Comic-Con.
Probably not.
Sure.
Don't expect much. It's
We
gonna
could
be
print
an
a
action.
12-page zine with
Oh,
just
here,
the bios of each person.
I found something. Check this out. This is the schedule for that LA Comic Con deal. So it looks like there's 6 sessions, 9 to 2, then 3 to 8. Then if you purchase the 3-session or VIP pass, you can choose any 3 sessions below. So there's no way that you can go all the time.
Yeah.
Welcome to the new normal.
Yeah, that's rough.
But it's better, guys. It's better because they said it's better.
Oh, so fun. I wonder if they're going to do some kind of wacky things at Ontario. I don't know. I think I haven't been to LA Comic Con since it was Kamikaze. I think they jumped the shark when they changed the name on that one.
I think that was the last time we went too.
Yeah.
So it's been a minute, huh? We lost Cuppy?
Yeah, and he's the one who has to choose the movie.
Well,
where'd he go?
maybe we just skip him.
Get
Let's
his ass back.
We'll see how it goes.
Have you wiped clean the wheel? You should just like we'll just watch another Jean-Claude Van Damme movie. Take off Double Impact and then just fill it in with somebody else's movie.
No, everybody's dropping movies this time. We'll be able to get some other movies on there. Maybe we'll take off we'll just replace the Van Dammes one at a time.
There you go.
If we don't get enough suggestions of whatever leftover Van Dammes, we'll just go through those. Be double the Van
Warn
Damme.
people.
That's right. Send in more movie requests, everyone, so that we don't have to worry about watching more Van Damage.
No.
No, I want to
Second
watch
best
more
movie
Van
request.
Damme because I love the Van Damme we got from Liz today.
Right? Liz was great. You guys check the
I
show
want-
out. If you're watching right now and you want to see Liz come alive,
I want to see another Van Damme Liz moment.
She's already
Maybe-
irritated by
maybe
Van
I'll-
Damme. She was double irritated by Van Damme.
So yeah, maybe we'll see her like next time, like doing the splits between 2 chairs when we open shot.
There you go.
all right. That's we're waiting on Jose Lego. That's a beautiful sky that's forming there, if I'm seeing it correctly.
You're not.
It's a beautiful ocean there that you've got going, if I'm seeing it correctly.
Why's it got to be a
Not-
thing?
Why is it gotta be a thing? I love the teal blue square you have there, Lego.
Thank you. That's what I was
Is
going
this
for.
the next hero?
That's the dope Grogu you got going there.
It'll go next to my Loki piece and the He-Man Skeletor piece.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
At the end of this, man, we're gonna end up with 4 pieces from Skull Dude Joe. It's awesome.
4.
Yeah,
What else are we gonna be getting?
because we're gonna be getting one for your hero and my hero as well.
Oh shit.
Oh, yeah.
Don't worry, sir. I'm gonna Venmo you exactly what they're worth.
The song that you'll be playing when you open it up, it's he's in the money. Na, 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 na.
All right, you guys ready for some keys? I got some outside of the box keys this time. So I've got Takara Tomi's Masterpiece Megatron. If you guys are
Nice.
familiar with Megatron,
The
the
original Ron.
yeah, the original Megatron was a horrible toy to play with outside of the gun mode. The robot
is
was
true.
horrible. I don't know how they made him into a robot that looked like this for the cartoon, but this one just has all the articulation, like individual finger articulation, knees, ankles, like
He actually has legs and feet instead of just being like the butt of the gun that gets split.
for sure. I mean, like his just full figure articulation. Like if this guy were to come alive, he'd be a kick-ass robot.
Does he
So,
turn? Does he turn into the Luger?
He does.
Show me.
Yeah, I'll get right on it. It takes like an hour to do, and it can break. So
Sounds
this
like a lot of quit.
this is what you get. And then I've got one more. Leader of the Seekers, Starscream, and it's another one that's got all the articulation and everything that you wanted.
Starscream's the one that had that screechy voice when
Yeah.
he talked, right?
He had the
think-
same voice actor as Cobra Commander.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's correct.
Nails on a chalkboard voice.
It was great. Yeah, Starscream got destroyed in the Transformers movie.
Yeah, he was my favorite Decepticon who wasn't Soundwave or Megatron.
For sure. Shockwave
I
was
was-
up there for me too.
I was very sad when he got blown away.
Yeah, that movie was very traumatic.
Yeah, it was. I remember watching it for the first time as a kid, and when Optimus Prime got shot in the face, I literally like cried out and started weeping right there in the living room. It's
Oh,
like
them
so-
doing that? If you watch the
so
Toys That
great.
Made Us,
Yes.
like they talk about how that was the worst thing they could have ever done was killing Optimus Prime because the toys just died.
Yeah.
They like killed the entire G1 line in that movie.
There's a few like holdovers that I think Bumblebee squeaked out of there, but there's a few holdovers that made it. But for the most part, man, I think the Dinobots made it. But that was rough times. And then I even remember that they meant to kill Duke in the G.I. Joe movie, but all of the backlash that they got from killing Optimus Prime, they only put him in a coma instead. They like did a rewrite and stuff and like saved him from being killed.
Nice.
Hey, aren't they doing I know you don't care, Nate, but maybe Isaac knows. Aren't they doing a pop for is it Soundwave that has he's the boombox? I think they're doing a pop for him, and he comes with the cassettes that actually will
Oh, I
fit in.
think- Yeah, I
Is
think
it-
so.
Yeah.
I think it was just teased though. I don't think we've seen like when it's officially gonna drop.
Oh, I thought it was actually it's on the actual Funko like site. It was like it popped up in my Instagram feed and it was from officially Funko. 'Cause
Oh,
it
then
showed
there
like
you
the,
go. It
it
is.
showed like
It
the
might
box.
be.
Maybe
Yeah, it probably is available then.
because it comes with like I think it's 4 cassettes it comes with. There's like one that's already in
It's the retro toy line, Funkos,
Is that what
right?
it is?
Yeah.
I think so. But it's a bigger size pop though too. It's not
Yeah,
just
it's like
the
an oversized one.
yeah, it's like an oversized.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Nate's gonna get that one. Nate's
Yeah, no.
Pop head.
Not gonna
Got
happen.
the whole G.I. Joe line, her whole
Nope.
Turtles line.
Not gonna happen.
On his way to the Transformer line. He's got the 10 inchers.
You got the wrong friend there. That's Make Havoc.
Nope.
That's Make Havoc.
All right, let me get to my key.
All right. Well,
My key is
he's already got it.
Batman 227. This is inspired by the Detective Comics 31 from Neil Adams.
Like
I
that
love
color.
that cover.
For the week.
Well, my contribution for the week for keys is a game that's actually surprisingly easy to get your hands on because I've seen this at like Barnes and Noble and Target, and I saw it at Toys R Us before they went and kicked the bucket.
We got this as a white elephant gift.
Yeah, I think so. And it turned out to be one of the best white elephant gifts, not including Xanadu. But this is Forbidden Island. And I don't know how many of you guys have played this game, but this game is super dope.
Is it a twin
the
brother
game board
dreaming about his
changes every
brother with
time
his
you
lady?
play. What's that?
Is it as dope as dreaming about?
Just when I think Forbidden Island, I think of Chad and Alex dreaming about their girlfriends.
They were on Forbidden Island in his dream sequence when that was happening. That's why the colors were. Look, there's the colors.
That's what it came to my mind. It was double the Van Damage.
It was the sunset.
So
see, they're in that tower right there.
Oh, lovely. Oh, you can see them in the window.
Yeah, you can actually.
So this game, basically, the concept of the game is that you and three other friends play explorers that go onto this island to recover some mystical artifacts. But the cool thing about it is that the game board changes while you play. The island is sinking because the gods don't want you to acquire the magical artifacts. And so it's basically a race against time where the group of players cooperates as a team to try and recover the artifacts before the island disappears beneath the waves. And there's about 1,000 ways to lose and only one way to win. So it's an excellent game. The artwork is really good. And because it's in a metal box, it has some artificial weight to it. So it meets all of the 3 standard criteria that I have for board games. And it's pretty quick. So it's a great thing. It's easy to teach to younger players or perhaps stupid players. Either way, it works out well. So I highly recommend Forbidden Island. You guys should get that for your gaming list.
Word.
Forbidden Island. Sounds saucy. Looks like Lego painted the Forbidden Island.
And what's going on there?
Leave them alone. Let them work.
That's like a map.
I never
land where the heroes are.
With the box.
If you just put a little red dot right there where you are here.
Or the X marks the spot.
Is somebody messaging old Jose to see what the hell's going on?
He's helping his mom right now. He'll be back in a few.
Okay.
Leave him alone.
Hey, I just want to make sure he's contributing his hard-earned 6 movies to the wheel.
All right, moving on. Great new story in the universe. New Indiana Jones 5 set photos tease a de-aged Harrison Ford and a new cast member. So there's a bunch of pictures of him with, and the pictures, it looks like they pulled them. They were here earlier, but looks like they're gone now.
It
But
takes a long time to load on that website.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, I had to wait like 5 minutes for those pictures to populate when I was checking the website out. It just takes a minute because they're getting them from tweets. So it's the website is linking to Twitter, which has been
just go to Twitter and get it.
Yeah.
Sign into Twitter and put in Indiana Jones 5, and you'll get
Yeah.
everything that it's showing.
We don't want to see all the stuff Nate follows.
Right.
I actually deleted my Twitter. Actually, I took the app out of my phone, but I didn't delete the Twitter because I think I have our videos. They go to Twitter automatically. But aside from that, I don't do anything on Twitter because all it ever does is piss me off. All right, what's going on with the pick of the week last week, fellas?
Oh, it was a good book, dude. It was a fun one.
This is the suspense right
Oh.
here. Bunny Mask. Did you read it, Liz?
I did. The one I read was the bunny mask cutout cover, and yeah, dude, that was so good. Like, it was just a good horror kind of story, going along, or and then that little twist at the end, you're just like, whoa, wait a minute, what? Did I miss something? And I had to go back and read it one more time and be like, oh.
So it starts off like 14 years ago, and there's this girl with her dad, and it looks like she's like gonna get a tooth knocked out for like maybe a loose tooth, but you find out that he's chipping her teeth, and he's just a crazy dad who's schizophrenic. He's got all this crazy shit going on. You got two detectives who are trying to figure out why this girl's missing from school. So they go to do a wellness check, and just craziness ensues. It's a damn good book, suspenseful. It's a perfect like horror and mystery and what the hell's going on. And like Liz said at the very end, you're just like, wait, what? Because it goes to the present, and you're just like, what the what? Wait, I said to the guys, I was like, dude, I want to read the whole trade already. Let's get this going.
I know, right? It has like a good mix of like is the dad abusing the daughter, or it's got, and it's the kooky kind of like religious aspect to it. Is it a cult, or is he really hearing people? And yeah. And then, yeah, the bunny mask girl shows up, and you're like, oh,
Still
okay.
freezing on your side?
It's
Yeah,
just,
and then that art
and
show.
the art. I like the art too, because the art is great.
I love how he's driving and he stops and he's like, wait a minute. He looks into that gallery and he just parks in the middle of the street and goes, and he's just so locked in it because it was so many years ago, but it grabbed his attention and he had to stop midway in traffic to go check out this art show.
He pulled a Val and Earl when they see the guys like sheep is gone, where they're just driving. It's like, they just like, yeah. He gets out, and and that she knows him, and they like meet up, and oh my god, this is so, and her artwork inside, yeah.
Oh, the art was so cool. I really loved seeing that too, because it was like it fit the
tone.
It fit the tone, but at the same time, it was like unique and different styles of art, which is so cool. It reminded me of like voice actors who are playing a character, imitating another character. It was like, ooh, there's some layers here. This is cool.
Yeah, I did, and yeah, I like the whole. I hope they delve better, and because a lot of times what ends up happening sometimes in this is they focus too much on the how the person handles the situation. I want to know more about the cave and the writing and the back history of all of that type of stuff. Sometimes like stuff like this, they leave that out. They're focused a little bit more on like the monster aspect or the gory aspect of it. They don't go in, and I think they miss out on some of that. I hope they delve deeper.
Yeah, I think they are going to dive deep into it because we see them at the cave and they're like, wait a minute, I thought this wasn't real.
Right.
And it's like, what?
What's crazy is that he set it up so perfectly where it almost feels like the cave is going to be like its own character.
Yeah.
That's what got me so hyped about it. Cause I'm like, dude, this thing feels like they're going to handle this. Like there's a reason they brought the sheriff back after, what did they say? Like 25, what are you doing back here? It's like, it was such a crazy way to reintroduce the whole cave and everything that was in there. Plus I'm sure something's going on down there. There's more to it. Cause obviously the bodies are down there. So who the heck is above ground? So,
It reminds me of like how like the cave and like Lock and Key was how it's like not necessarily a character, but it's like a driving force. Or did you guys ever read all the way through Dollhouse? One of the Joe Hill House storylines. It was called Dollhouse, and it's the same kind of thing where like the dollhouse is its own character, even though there's characters inside it. It's how the dollhouse gets made and stuff like that. It was good. The first couple of issues were like kind of slow, but once they go a little deeper as to how the dollhouse and how it works and functions, it got a lot better. And you're just like, oh crap.
We dropped it at 2. We dropped
Yeah,
it at issue 2 because it was slow.
Issue 3 and 4. That's one of those ones that actually like brings it home like it should. It wraps up, and it wasn't like a quick wrap up either. It's real meaty. The last 2 issues are real meaty with that and the story and filling it out. It was really good. But I could see where they might be doing that with this cave situation. It kind of reminded me a little bit of the dollhouse situation too. It was really cool.
So yeah, that was our pick of the week, Aftershocks Bunny Mask. If you didn't have a chance to pick it up and you liked our review here, you should go to your local comic shop, hit them up and tell them, I need Bunny Mask #1.
All right. Jose's back.
Sorry, if you guys didn't notice, we were having Wi-Fi issues and the TVs weren't coming on, so I had to shut everything off and turn it back on. And I think I'm still having issues, so a lot of good that did.
We haven't Xanadu'd out yet, so you should be good. So
I guess when all else fails, turn off, and turn back on.
Right?
Just count to 10.
It's the golden rule.
Right.
All right, let's see. Let's get some movies, Mr. Vargas. I'm interested in your motivation this time.
Oh, me? My motivation is movies that I haven't seen that everybody keeps talking about, so I want to go back and see them.
Oh yeah, that's pretty much being your version of our show too. So let's do it.
Yeah. And trust me, some of the picks will surprise you.
Okay.
Number 1, Office Space. Yeah, I never watched it.
Love
We don't
that.
just thumbs up or thumbs down these ones.
I'm doing it freely.
Let's go on the wheel.
Yeah. You gotta do it right. You gotta do it right.
So dumb.
Number 2, brace yourselves now. Anchorman, the first one.
Are we laughing?
And I think that's Xanadu out.
Stay classy, Mr. Jose.
Fuck you, San Diego.
Doesn't San Diego mean whale vagina?
You go eat that kapoop.
I'm just gonna have to agree to disagree. Sorry. You'll know if we've watched the movie, Jose.
That's what I'm telling you. Another Will Ferrell, Elf.
Elf?
Have you
Oh,
never
I love
heard of
Elf.
Or you just want to watch Elf?
No, he's never seen it, he says.
Wow.
I've never seen it.
Did you know this is the movie that caused Jon Favreau to hate Will Ferrell?
Really?
Really?
Jon Favreau refused
Jose,
to work with
I've
Will
never seen
Ferrell
any of
for
these
him.
movies either.
No. All right.
Why doesn't Favreau want to work with him now?
Because
that
he
movie?
was just too obnoxious and too over the top on the set. And I guess Favreau, he likes to goof around, obviously, because he does a lot of comedic type movies, but this was too much and it was too, it wasn't, yeah, he was holding it in his mind, he was holding up production and he just didn't jive well with him. So he's like, I'm never going to work with Favreau ever
We'll
again.
never see Will Ferrell in The Mandalorian.
I'm going to go with a no on that one.
No, that's why they picked Bill Burr. Otherwise, it was going to be Will Ferrell. In that
That's right.
You went with a different kind of funny man.
Yeah.
All right, numero 4.
Swingers.
Or
Swingers is dope.
another Jon Favreau film.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, it's funny you bring them up because I never seen Swingers.
with your money. Okay, entonces número 5.
So if you on here, I'm trying to pick a good one.
You got mold in here?
Which one?
No, Liz is hitting Josh with mold in here.
Engineer.
While Jose
Oh.
is thinking, we're going to replay scenes from the Avengers.
Mm. You know which one I wrote on here as a side note? Because I actually feel it's deeper than most people give it credit for, and I want to see you guys watch it. Not Another Teen Movie.
Chris Evans, man.
Yeah. Put that one on there.
That's a fun one.
Okay.
And then I failed to look this up, but can somebody look up the year that the Speed Racer remake was done by the Wachowskis?
It's
No, but-
it's within our parameters because we watched it.
Okay.
We have that one, so it's within our parameters.
All right. Speed Racer. Those are
I've
my
never
6.
seen that.
Dude, I think it's so. You watched it for the first time, like a couple months ago.
Yeah.
It was good.
All right. Hey,
Yeah.
Isaac, you want to give us some wheel picks, some online picks?
First was from Jimmy the Human. He picked the Shining.
God, I hope we don't get that one.
I get
can't
it.
watch that movie. I get scared.
Do we all agree?
Sure.
What?
The Shining.
The
Hey.
Shinin.
The
Oh
Shining.
man, that one's rough. That's
It's
a
a shit.
spooky
We don't want
one.
to get copyright violated.
Hey, you guys want to laugh?
You've never,
You've never
seen.
seen it.
That was also on the list.
I've never seen it either. I get to the part where he's riding his little big wheel, and then
The
the
twins?
girls show up, and I'm just like, I'm out.
The part I saw is when they're driving up to the hotel.
There you
And
go.
that was in The Simpsons. And that was in The Simpsons.
That's right.
You know what's
That's
funny
why he
though?
knows.
When I went to Portland, I actually visited the one that they based it on, the outside.
No?
Is
The-
it in Colorado?
Mm-mm. They told me it was Oregon. There's a big old thing when you walk in. It says the outside of it. The inside, I'm guessing, is somewhere else, but the outside is supposed to be that hotel on the side of the mountain.
Because ghost hunters went there because it's actually haunted or something. It's the something hotel.
Ghost Hunters or Ghost Adventures?
No, hunters.
Well,
Probably
I don't watch Ghost Hunters. I only watch Ghost Adventures.
adventures may have gone too, but
Ghost
read
Hunters was
Adventure.
better. I like the Taps guys better than those guys with the buff shoulders and the crazy.
Now, come on.
hey man, don't
Zach Bagans is the best ghost hunter there is because he's so
No.
over the top.
I'm more of a Ghostbusters guy.
Ghostbusters 2016.
Mhm, 1984. All right. Next is Friday. You just got knocked the fuck out.
Oh, please, yes. Put that
Since we're
on there.
doing Chris Tucker references.
Man, you just got knocked up.
Right.
Ow.
And then from Liz, Mystery Men.
Which one's that one?
Are you commenting on here, Liz?
No, why? No, when we were talking about how like our group of superheroes is starting to look like mystery men, and I was like, dude, we should put that movie on there.
Ben
I wanna hear this.
Stiller, Gina Garofalo, and a bunch of other people I forgot.
I want to hear the Smash
It's got the-
Mouth,
it's got the
Smash
guy
Mouth
from-
soundtrack.
It's got the guy from Fargo in it.
William
What's his
H.
name?
Macy.
Yeah, William H.
Oh, yeah,
Macy.
William H. Macy. Hey now, you're an all-star.
Game on, go play.
Scrabble Bibles, Scrabble Bibles. Hackers from Make Havoc.
Hackers.
Ooh, that's a young Angelina Jolie, right?
That
Yeah.
is.
Hey,
Yeah.
That was
And
on
I
my
believe,
list too, dog.
I believe Sick Boy from
From,
Train
yeah,
Spotting in it too.
he's the boyfriend in that one.
Great.
Another one from Mr. John B for Vendetta.
All
Damn, I
right.
guess we're watching B for Vendetta.
Just never take that one off. Just leave that on until we watch it.
Can I throw one in? I was thinking about a movie this last week, and I thought it really would be good for the list. I want to throw in Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Oh, that's a good one.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Oh,
Hey, I'll up that one.
So it's not a 10, Lego.
No.
And
Not
then,
even with-
Alex said you're drawing a map from Fortnite.
I've never played it, but yes. This is where you want to drop, and over here is where the best loot is.
You know the premise of the game. So then we got a few more from Make Havoc and Mr. John. Do you want to go down the list?
Let's do it.
Sure. Yeah, just alternate back and forth.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. So
Okay.
from Make Havoc, Empire Records.
oh,
Well,
yes.
let's hear. Let's hear. Wait. Let's hear some more, and then we'll just pick the ones that we think are the. Because if we just go on the order that they're given, we might miss.
How many spots do we have?
We got 1, 2, 3, 4 spots to go.
Okay, I've got 6 movies here. So there's Empire Records, Boiler Room, Road to Perdition, Triple X, Logan's Run, and Pitch Black.
Ooh, I want Pitch Black.
Close your eyes.
Close your eyes.
Somebody's on a
We got it.
Vin Diesel kick
Yeah, we
there.
got to put Triple X on there too. Then.
Hell yeah.
We need Triple X.
That got Lego involved.
All right, 2
I
more.
I know Jose's never watched Empire Records, so let's throw that on there.
Yeah.
All
Rick
right.
Manning Day and Gore when what's his name tripping out on the
Wait, isn't
brownies.
That is Liv Tyler.
John Cusack in that?
No.
Oh,
No,
okay.
that's High
Good.
Fidelity.
All right.
That's
That's
High
That's
Fidelity.
another record movie.
He's at a record star too, but it's okay.
1 more spot.
So we could either keep it
Slayer.
with the Vin Diesel with Boiler Room, or we can go with Tom Hanks to Road to Perdition. And I've never seen Logan's Run.
Let's do Logan's Run. I've never seen it either.
Me neither.
It's a good old,
Never seen
time. It's a good old timey sci-fi movie.
Logan's Run. All right.
Build the wheel.
All right, we'll spin this in a little bit.
Hey,
So-
it will be my pleasure to host any of those movies that were named off.
So since we jumped the shark like real quick on Indy 5, can we go back to that, or is that forbidden?
What?
85? No, go ahead, man.
Yeah. What do you want to say about Kathleen Turner?
5,000. So damn
Well,
old.
okay, so I'm assuming that because Indiana Jones is Lucasfilm, I'm assuming that means that Disney owns it. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
That is a fact.
So what are the
This is
odds?
a true statement.
What are the odds that Toby Jones, who is the other actor that shows up in these Twitter photos, what if he's playing Arnim Zola?
What? You're just looking for like
What if
fun
they-
crossover,
what if they-
like
what-
Ash in the
Yeah,
new Doctor
look,
Strange.
They're gonna
movie
put Ash Williams in Doctor Strange. Why not rope Indiana Jones into the MCU?
Yeah, and then he could be in Marvel Land at Disney at California Adventure.
Just putting that out there. What if? Huh? And here's the other thing too. So they're gonna do like de-aged shots of Harrison Ford. Why not just give Alden Ehrenreich another job? The guy's like hard up for some cash, dude.
It's the whole Reich in his name.
That's the reason.
Calm down. Calm down. Just calm down.
Hey, Josh, I
Yes, sir.
got one for you. What
Yes, sir.
happens if this Indiana Jones, the relic he ends up finding is a lightsaber?
Oh snap!
Well, it's supposed to take place in the 60s, so I'm gonna go with no.
And it's from a galaxy far, far away.
But it was also from a galaxy. It's a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
And then he jumps in a Mandalorian.
Maybe the
Where do you get it from the
From-
60s?
maybe
What's that?
Where'd you hear it's from the 60s?
So I had read an article somewhere else about Indy 5 that was talking about that it was going to be set in the 1960s.
And then
And-
was Crystal Skull set in the 70s then?
No, Crystal
that's
Skull
still
was set in the
the
50s.
50s.
Oh wow.
So the question becomes, what is it that happened in the 1960s that Indy would be involved in? And of course, we had, the sexual revolution and the explosion of like occultism and, Timothy Leary and all this kind of stuff. There's a lot of ground for Indy to do some work, but it's also an opportunity for a bunch of people to come in and school this old man on why he's so out of date.
What if Indy's the one that discovers pot gets you high?
I kind of
Hey,
feel
wait.
like he'd already know.
He discovers the plant.
When we have a segue, let me know because I have a drunk question to ask Lego.
Let's do
And
it.
actually, I also have a question for you guys as well. Something interesting. The discussion that was happening over on the Twitter, which I thought was pretty interesting.
So are
Bring
we
it.
segueing then?
So, damn it. And now I forgot who it was that made the tweet.
It
But
was
it's a pretty high
Brody.
profile writer who was really disappointed with the I believe it was the Eisner Award nominees that I guess under like the best writers and best books and everything, there's almost like no female. There is no female, actually, no female nominations. And he was quite upset about that.
For
So he
best
said-
writer?
I believe so. I got to look at the list. I got to look at the tweet again, but he was discussing how there was almost no, there was either no or almost no female representation in it. And it made him upset. And he said because of that, he's not voting.
For
Well,
what?
I know that the artist category has, I think, 2 females. Peach is in the artist
Okay.
category.
So then
She
it's
made it-
most likely the
He's in
writers.
the
then.
cover artist category.
Yeah. So I thought she was. Yeah, I know she's on it, and somebody else was too. Another female writer. I thought it was a writer, but I could be wrong. Well, then women need to write more.
Well, so
That's my thing. I'm like, does anybody know? I mean, you guys or I don't know if anybody's really in the industry, but how is that list or how are those? Because, for example, best series, they released the list and obviously not obviously, but Philadelphia is number 1. And we gave a big shout out to Rodney Barnes and Jason Sean Alexander because I mean, man, they're killing it. Those guys are the kings of comics right now. Philadelphia is, and mark my words, I have like Philadelphia is gearing up to be one of those classics that I am personally going to be talking, depending on how far it goes and what they do with it. Man, I would put it in the same discussion as some great works like Watchmen and stuff like that. And I know it's a very bold statement to make, but I think what Ronnie Barnes and Jason Sean Alexander are doing with the horror genre when it comes to comic books and their take on it is phenomenal. And every issue just mind blowing, and the way they work it's definitely going to be a discussion. How you handle history in a comic and horror, it's fucking phenomenal.
Well, if the nominations are anything like, because I've been part of nominations from the book publishing side when I used to do book publishing,
Mhm.
because some of our books got nominated, and the way that those get nominated is I think it's a lot like it is pseudo kind of like with the Oscars, where like just at the beginning, just actors vote for the actor category and the actresses vote for actress categories and the directors and so on and so forth. It's kind of the same with like prose writing, not comic book. I don't know for sure with comic writing, but you have people that are short story writers. And so they nominate from the pool of short stories from that year. If you're a poetry writer, the poets, they're the writers that nominate, you know, long fiction, short fiction, you know, best cover, best design, things like that. So I'm a lot of them go that way, that route. So like artists would nominate other artists, and once it's like the top 10 or 20, however many the group, whatever, a guild or whatever, for books it's a guild, the top 10, 15, 20, however many they determine, those ones then get put forth for the final nominations, and then they prune it down even further to the top 5. And then at the top 5 like level, everybody that's part of the guild gets to vote for all of it. So at first, just your peers are nominating you for those categories. And then when it gets down to the top 5, the whole of the guild. So if you're a writer or an artist or a poetry writer or whatever, you get to vote for every category at that point.
I'm just, yeah, and I'm curious how that list is composed, because if they're going, for example, off a best-selling list, you can't just say, oh, we're going to nominate a few more women just to make everybody feel better. I'm like, if the numbers don't,
They have to.
but the
And
numbers
they
don't lie.
need
But that's
to
what
have.
I'm curious about.
Well, I mean, if we're gonna do this bullshit inclusion narrative, then I want to see a 5'2" Korean lady on the next BET Awards for the best hip hop album.
So it's
It's
saying
the
that
same.
it is worth noting that 2 of the award panels of the 6 judges 2 of them are women. So it's not like it was just all men deciding who was going to be nominated. I did go through the list right now, and it was a majority of men, but it was all good shit. It's not like it wasn't valid.
I mean, shouldn't it not say who? Shouldn't like it not say who the people are that wrote it? You just read the stories, and then the best stories are the ones that win the award, and it's not the color of the skin of the artist or the whether or what their nether regions are. It should just be good stories. Like,
But that's and that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm curious to see. How is that composed? Is it something like Liz was saying where they're nominated, or does it go off of like the best selling list? Like these are
I'm
the
I'm gonna sue the NBA. I'm going in there as trans athletic.
I think it probably is a nomination because like, and then there's a board. So in the publishing side, and I know mostly in the horror genre because that's where I publish the most from. And the Horror Writers Association, they do the annual Bram Stoker Award, and that's what you get. It's a little like haunted house looking thing, and it's like best novel, best this, that, and the other. Anyway, they have like a president, vice president, treasurer, you know, that does all that, and then they also have nominee panels. So for the poetry, the people that are on that panel know that if they decide that they want to be on that panel to accept the nominations, their work can't be nominated. So if they release something that year and they choose to sit on that panel, their work can't be nominated for that award. So there are some checks and balances in it. And it's interesting that it's funny because when I was in the publishing business, this whole thing got brought up with women in horror and horror writers saying that there's not enough women writing horror. There's not enough women getting nominated for it and this and that and the other. And it's just like, there are plenty of women that are writing horror there at the time. You know, there are plenty of women that are writing it. It's just not on the same level as the ones that got through. And I don't think everybody wants to call it the good old boys club and stuff like that. And I just don't think that that's true then, and I don't think it's true now. It's just some of these writers are better, and some male writers in some instances are better. I mean, there were female writers that were being nominated, but they still felt that they were being marginalized and they weren't getting through, even though on these nomination panels, there were at least half of them were women. So they, you know what I mean? So there was those little, I guess, checks and balances, for lack of a better word, but I just think that they're better male. The males that are the writers that are getting picked happen to be male because they're the better. The artists that are getting picked are picked because they're better.
Yeah, Isn't
And
that
there's
from
nothing wrong-
systemic
there's nothing wrong
sexism?
with that.
Isn't
I
that
don't
from
understand.
systemic sexism?
I know, and I don't.
Like men have traditionally had it easier than women, so they're better at writing.
Yeah, and how
But
many
you have
if
to
you
go
go
through
back
and
to the
smash
topic-
their hands
how
and
many
go
make them
back to
be
the
able to
Dan
write.
Rice,
talking about last week with
how
that
many
man,
times did Anne Rice win that award?
huh?
How many times did Anne Rice win that award?
I think she was at least a one-time Stoker winner for Interview with the Vampire. And when I was doing book publishing, there were plenty of women that had won Stoker awards. Lisa Morton is one of them, and she's won multiple Stoker awards. I can name a whole bunch of them that have, and I
Charlotte Harris.
I just don't think. No, Charlene didn't. I don't think she won. She was nominated, but she never won.
What
She
about
didn't
the
win.
writer of
She didn't win
Twilight?
she didn't win. No, they didn't win for that. Those books were put not in the Stoker horror categories. They
Why
were
not?
put over. They were put over into the sci-fi Hugo nominations because they were bigger names. A lot of the people that were in this one were smaller named writers. And I think it's just crap. It's just, you know what?
It's
Write
just
better.
to start shit.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go back to men have had it easier. Well, then why is the first science fiction and horror novel ever written done by a woman and recognized as such? If it's such a bad thing and women are
They're the
marginalized.
inventors of the convention.
God.
Well,
I think it's crap, and I think people are just like they're trying to make excuses for not working hard enough and jealous. And I'm sorry, men, if they're getting nominated, it's because they're better, and that's all there is to it.
And it was a male writer. I should know it was a male writer who did this tweet.
Was
Can-
he
can
even
you-
nominated?
And that's the thing, like, I mean, I get if you're a comic book writer, but don't come after the medium like that. Like, for me, like, comic books have always been pretty inclusive, and there's self-publishing. There's like, list off the top 5 best series right now, Isaac, if you have the list up.
Oh, I closed it, but it was Philadelphia. It was It was Department of Truth.
Okay.
It was also Crossover, Black Widow by Kelly Thompson, and We Only Find Them When They're Dead. All great.
Yeah.
Every single one of those books has strong characters from both genders and is extremely inclusive.
And that's where I was going with next. I'm like, wait, so yeah, it's the characters. At the end of the day, it's the characters, the story. Damn, it's just it was tough. I don't know.
Best Limited Series has Far Sector in there. Far Sector's fucking good.
It's great. It's amazing. That team is Best Limited.
That one, that's nominated for Best Limited Series, Far Sector.
Have you read Far Sector, Liz?
Yeah.
I need the hardcover of that shit.
Okay.
That shit was good. Oh, I was just making a comment, but yes, if you can get it for me, I appreciate it.
We Live. We Live is also in that. Did you finally read it, Lego? Did you finish it?
I haven't finished it yet.
We Live was in that too?
That's a good one.
That's a I wish I could comment.
I guess this year when they released it, it was initially only supposed to be a limited run series, but they're picking it back up again. So
Yeah.
Can we talk about another aspect of this? It reminds me of a conversation that Jordan Peterson had years ago, talking about the disparities between men and women, in fields of work, and how men and women naturally gravitate to certain things. Is it not possible that one of the reasons why men tend to dominate certain fields is not necessarily because they're at the top of the field or that they're pushing other people out, but because men just naturally gravitate to that kind of stuff?
Yeah.
This might be a situation where, if there's not enough women winning awards, well, how many women are really participating? At least women that are generating like quality content, how many of them are there? It's probably a skewed level, You know what I mean?
Yeah, and he said that they only do it for such a limited time because they got that clock ticking that they want to go and do a family. So when they're at the top of their game, they'll take a step back and they'll allow everybody else to go in front of them.
That's right, and that's fine.
There's
It's
nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, it's okay.
But it's just like you give it your all and then you take it back and you don't come back stronger, I guess. I don't know.
Well, there's degrees, right? I mean, it's the same, probably the same factors that contribute to the pay difference between men and women. Like, it's not because they're women that they get paid less. You know, they work less hours on average than men do, and there's not that many women in coal mines or tarring roofs, and those roof tarring jobs pay pretty well, and so do the coal mine jobs. And you know, like, there's so many factors that contribute to these things, but everybody likes to jump to the one that best fits their narrative. And it's
Well, and that's the thing, is that in order for this narrative to work, you have to flatten everything out so that everything is equal. There are no external considerations that are to be put into it. So, you know, you can't have any kind of nuance, because if you introduce any kind of nuance, it blows the whole thing to pieces.
To answer John's question about like I think it was like, can self-published books be nominated for Eisners? They can't currently. Self-pub can't.
Really?
Self-pub can't be currently. So like, we couldn't put one together and get it nominated. You have to go, it has to go through certain channels in order for it to be considered for a nomination. There are rules and regulations for that. And
so
a
those
lot of
cats at
self-pub
Artist Alley couldn't, but if you were able to squeak through Image somehow, then you could.
something like that. Yeah. So that's not how it used to be, the Eisner Awards, because like cartoon books, Bone.
There are
used to be
also
nominated
best
for
web
Harvey. Huh?
There's a best web comics category.
That's a new category that they just added to, and I have a feeling in the next couple of years they're going to add self-pub, because that's something that also happened originally in the horror genre, is that there was a lot of horror writing that was done in small press. Like, it wasn't, you weren't getting your Stephen King, it was Stephen King and Anne Rice and Dean Koontz and a handful of writers, but they were all mainstream writers that were constantly getting nominated. And so they started creating other categories to recognize self-pubbed or small press publishers, and publishing and books coming out in the small presses also being and recognized as being well written and these writers. And I have a feeling they're going to do the same thing with a lot of these self-pubs. You're going to find like these Kickstarter campaign guys that have put theirs together, and that's how they're releasing it and doing it. You're not gonna find them necessarily in the Previews magazine or through Diamond Distribution and things like that. And you're gonna find that they're gonna add a category fairly soon, I'm certain, that's gonna have that in there. Because they're gonna have to catch up with it. Huh?
Best Kickstarter series.
Yeah, I have a feeling it's gonna be something. I don't think it'll be that specific, but it'll be like best crowdfunding comic series. But
Well, if that's the case, doesn't the award automatically go to Ethan Van Sciver?
ye olde
No,
cyber-
no. He gets the best canceled writer and artist category.
No, he made like damn near $1 million with his first Cyberfrog Blood Honey trade that he put out. He crowdfunded that thing for like $900,000.
He made more money than he would ever work, than he would have ever made working for.
So you can cancel him, but then he just came back and made more money than he would in like a decade.
Well, I have a theory that as soon as you get canceled, that's when the money starts rolling in. So we got to figure out how we do that. Like, how do we get canceled?
Jose,
You don't have to try
Keep having
very
talks
hard
like
to
this.
win the job.
Just let me say all my hard R's and we'll make it.
oh my God. Somebody had a segue. Somebody was calling for a segue. Who was that?
This man
Oh,
does
because
not
I had a
represent what the
question
comic
for
cave
Lego.
has.
Yeah, I had a drug question for Lego.
What's
So
up?
we were watching? Yeah, we were watching an episode. I love Law and Order, so we were watching a Law and Order SVU episode, and they
Oh,
brought up these this girl was given some kind of drug, and she saw what they call them, clockwork machines or
No, Clockwork Elves.
clockwork elves. And Josh was saying that there's such a thing that with
That-
LSD takers, that clockwork fairies. No.
Clockwork Elves.
Clockwork elves. Oh, they called it something different.
Yeah,
in
they called
the-
them machine elves in the episode,
Yeah.
but that's what they were getting.
Is that true? Is that a thing?
I've never experienced the machine elves, as they're known.
Oh, okay.
If someone's interested in really deep diving, I don't know how I'm framed up right here, but I'm just
You
gonna go
good.
ahead and lean in and talk. The machine elves, Terrence McKenna talks a lot about them appearing in deep mushroom trips and DMT trips. The general idea is that they're operating on a different dimension, and they are pretty much like in control, I want to say. Like they can move time and reality and space in a way that we can't. And when you're on these substances, you can interact with them, or at least if they choose to interact with you, they can. And they're supposed to have a very jovial, like elf-like nature, but they're also very trickster-esque. So they might fuck with you, and if they don't like you, apparently they can do horrible things to your mind and body. As I said, I've never encountered them, but if you're really interested, check out like just YouTube Terrence McKenna Machine Elves, and he'll give you a real good rundown of these creatures. Yeah.
How much DMT are you on right now?
Me? I don't know.
So do they?
I'll
are
be
they
right
like
back.
Are they like gray, like aliens, where like everybody, they kind of, when you talk about people that get abducted, they have like a particular, like they all give almost the same description? Is it the same with this too?
Yeah, they're beings that have been reported through multiple trips, multiple generations.
Interesting.
That's more DMT than acid and mushrooms, right?
From what I understand,
Because I did a lot of acid and mushroom in the 90s and I never saw no fucking elves.
You only met Kurt Cobain.
from what Terrence McKenna says, I think it's 5 grams or 3.5 grams of mushrooms, and you turn off all the lights and sit in a room alone and just meditate, and you'll get there apparently.
I had an out of body experience. Like I traveled the solar system and I understood the infinite largeness and the infinite smallness and how atoms look like solar systems. And like for a minute, I understood the whole meaning of the universe. But then I had like that Flowers for Algernon moment where Charlie, you guys familiar with Flowers for Algernon?
Yes.
Vaguely.
So I had my Flowers for Algernon moment when, well, the premise really quickly for Flowers for Algernon is a mouse. They do a procedure on him and he gets way smarter. So there's this janitor who works at that place where they did the procedure on Algernon. The janitor's name is Charlie. They do the same procedure on Charlie, and Charlie gets like ridiculously smart, learns like every language. And then Algernon dies. And they're like, oh shit, this thing isn't permanent. It kind of goes away. And when it starts going away, it goes away quickly. So Charlie's kind of freaked out, but Charlie's so smart now at this point that he becomes a lead researcher in that place because he's smarter than all the doctors who came up with the procedure for him. And eventually he can't solve it. It's unsolvable. And he ends up going back to being retarded at the end. But
it's like sad because like it's the going, the getting up to the peak, but then it's almost like when you see somebody that goes through like Alzheimer's and dementia, but it's from the Alzheimer and dementia person's point of view, because he realizes that he's going down and there's nothing he can do about it. And it is so sad.
yeah, the cognitive decline is pretty brutal.
Yeah, it's really, it's a tearjerker.
But I just felt that as a metaphor because when I was like on these drugs, I was like, whoa, I get it. I understand the universe and there's bigness and smallness. And then all of a sudden, like as I'm coming off the drugs, like I don't understand things anymore. I felt like Charlie forgetting languages, you know. It was
I
talk
I
about a
think
trip.
that's pretty common, but I think one of the biggest powers of these substances is that it shows you that these doors are at least available. And whether you experience them through meditation or drug use or find working out to get you to these places, I mean, there's many ways to get these doors open, and just knowing that there is a way there is really helpful, I think, for a lot of people.
Oh, it was cool. I don't have any out of all the things I've done, I don't have any regrets about that. Now I will say I won't do it anymore.
Oh,
But-
for sure.
Well, I mean, because I went there, I did that. I saw that, you know, I understood that personal growth that could come from that. And
Yeah.
in the Native American spirit visions too, like you go lock yourself in a sweat lodge and eat some peyote, like that's a rite of passage for many cultures. And if it's anything like the experience I had, then I could see some real benefit to it.
Yeah, you become limitless.
Well,
have
you
a
know,
feeling- I have a feeling that Nate's first experience with machine elves will be the midget down at the local Amco.
you better be careful, Josh. These guys, they sound like they mean business, man.
Bring them. I'm good for 10 at least.
Oh man.
Jose, you got some wisdom for us? Something you're holding on to something for a minute there.
No, I was gonna joke and say you talked about working out. I said, yeah, man, just deadlift really, really heavy and watch the universe open up, because you're just gonna start seeing all these little stars as you get really lightheaded.
That's you get that too if you go out riding dehydrated in like 105 degrees.
Why?
Yeah, why do that? to
Why
you?
would you do that?
You don't realize you were dehydrated. You just get dizzy and you're like, did I drink enough water?
And you
As
fall up
you
the
ask,
mountain.
yeah, you're asking the elf next to you, hey man,
Hey, dude.
you're
where's
you're
your
asking
bike?
the elf that's hanging out to your waist, hey man, did I drink enough water before we left?
Hey, how's my right?
You're doing good, man.
Sorry.
You
All
done
right,
any
hey,
sweet tricks?
Let's spin that wheel.
It says John had a similar solar system moment, but Black Sabbath was playing. I was actually listening to Tomorrow Never Knows from the Beatles. It's the last song on the Rubber Soul.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
You familiar with it?
Tomorrow Never Knows. Oh hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a jam right there, dude.
Turn off your mind, relax, and float downstream.
One of the first times me and Lego talked, he was buying the White Album at work, and I was ringing him up, and I was like, "Hey, let me borrow this when you're done." And he's like, "Oh, dude, you can borrow it when I get back from work, because I'm gonna go burn it, and then I'll bring you a copy." And he did. Nice guy.
He's just
Pretty cool.
There you go.
And then he returned it.
I got what I need.
We me and Lego put in work at the out of the trails yesterday. We put in some log skinnies. Those logs are fucking heavy too, man.
Yeah, I saw one of the hobos taking it with him later.
Look at Nate's face. He's like, what?
Hobos. I haven't seen any hobos back there, and it's kind of surprising. I think it would be a safe place for hobodom, but
Hobo dumb. Hobo dumb town.
That's the thing now.
That's from Hobbiton.
No.
Not Hobbiton.
all right, we ready for the real wheel of morality?
Let's go.
Let's do this.
Spin
Alright.
that wheel.
No. Wheel of movies. Oh God, what is it?
Dracula.
Yes.
There
So
you
we
go.
get to get our. I got tap on the Keanu rant.
Legos, Legos broken.
What? Why?
I can't wait to see.
He
I can't
thumbs
wait to see
downed it.
Isaac. And
Wait, I don't understand. This isn't Dracula dead and loving it. This is Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Oh, I'm well aware of what it is.
Well, I can't wait to host it.
Yeah.
Have you watched it, Jose?
Yeah, I have.
Okay.
I've read the book too.
We can watch Eddie Murphy's Vampire in Brooklyn.
Hell yeah.
Hey. If we're going that direction, we might as well go for Blackula.
That was my first thought. Black exploitation Blackula.
Yeah.
Pam Grier.
Y'all better calm down before I make you watch Twilight.
Liz will love that.
Yes,
What are your takes on Interview with the Vampire?
the book is the most worthless piece of crap out there, but the movie's pretty good.
Antonio
read any of the other
Banderas
books?
makes that movie.
Mm,
He's still sexy.
he makes every movie.
Has anybody ever watched The Vampire's Assistant?
Who's in that
Has
one?
anybody watched What We Do in the Shadows, the mockumentary?
I've watched
I
the
haven't-
show.
Now I want to see that. I heard it's
The show's really good.
People
I
rave
like
about
it
it. I tried to
too.
watch it once and I couldn't get into it.
It's
I
very.
only- I gave it like
Monty
8
Python.
minutes though. Say what now?
I said it's like Monty Python.
Oh goodness, no wonder I couldn't get into it.
It's in German, isn't it?
What?
Isn't that movie
I
originally in
think
German?
you're thinking of Let the Right One In.
Yeah,
No,
that,
Hey, that one's good.
that one's actually Norwegian, fool.
That
Yeah,
one's good.
I think we lost Lego.
oh,
He's
great.
breaking stuff.
And the picture's too far away for us to see really what it is.
Yeah.
It looks like something that
He left us on
Peter
a
Kubrick.
cliffhanger. He's talking to the elves.
Oh, it's actually Dracula's castle.
I can't wait now to do this review just because I want to hear Legos.
So it's
I
not
like it
gonna
when
have
Legos
Ken
goes up on
Bucket.
a rant. I love it. I love when you go on a rant and then you give it a 10. That's the best. Those are the best episodes ever.
I don't know. Liz, your Van Damme thing with the eyes. Oh, that was so good.
I'm not going to reenact it. Everybody has to wait till Friday and see it.
That was so good.
Like every movie.
I know,
Every movie.
I felt like I was watching Bloodsport in that moment.
I know. That's what I said. I said, when did this become blood?
No. I'm talking about I felt like I was watching Bloodsport, watching you do it.
Wow.
You should have felt like you were in Bloodsport. Like, holy shit, I'm about to get a fistful of nuts.
No, Chong Lee's thing where wow.
Josh, you did that way too fast.
Oh,
That's
sorry.
right.
You're
Right.
supposed to go.
Bolo's got that. He's got the same moves all the time. You know, when he like gets hit and he's just like like no.
My favorite is when they when he would do it and he does this little it's almost like a little slap to your face. He's like right in but he uses the heel of his hand right into didn't he kick some dude in the throat too? My dad was watching it with us and my dad's like, did he just kick some guy in the throat? And I was like, yeah. That's how it goes. But he does
We have
that
a close up of Lego's painting.
Yeah.
Lego.
What's up?
Can we get a close up of that?
Yeah, definitely.
it's like, no, it's not done. Don't rush art.
Oh, I think I might be done. My idea was to paste a photo in there, but I think I don't have a photo that I really want to put in there right now. So
Let me see if I can highlight your box.
What the hell are we looking at?
Hey, knock it off.
There
Is
we
that-
go.
Is that the island from the Holy Mountain?
Oh, definitely. Well, we got talking about machine elves and The Shining, and
It looks like the Irish Saruman. In the middle.
No, it's a Fortnite map. The box is closing up each time.
Yeah, it's like the map shrinking.
Yeah, the map keeps shrinking.
I don't know. I think that triangle in the middle represents femininity.
it might.
Well, that means
I
it's
thought it
definitely
was more of
represent-
a like a fire vibe, kind of a enlightenment sort of deal, but
Fire crotch.
yeah.
It's upside down. Flip it.
Yeah, then you got the F in there for femininity.
Is this the new Illuminati sign?
There you go.
I can't broadcast that information.
Can neither confirm nor deny.
Like it's like shush 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 shush.
We are the new Illuminati.
That was dope.
Those are our 6 viewers. They actually tune in, and I always give them a special little signal so they know what to expect for the coming days.
Let us know when the next. What is I bidding?
Oh, I'm gonna have to leave soon. I don't
You're
know.
like you're like the dude from Grandma's Boy.
And on my face.
Good lord. Cool.
Very nice Lego.
Looks like a
Thanks, guys.
schoolhouse.
I like that as an F there for Fortnite.
I'm about to change that part. Fuck.
Femininity.
Fuck. Put fuck.
It's for femininity.
I thought it was for-
Fantastic.
I thought it was for Facebook.
Oh,
I told you I was in the Illuminati.
Give me
Yeah.
money. Give me your money and all your info. What year did you graduate high school and what was your first car?
Collusion with Fauci.
What was the name of the street you grew up on?
yeah, there's a bunch of those hacker questions that are out there.
What's your
What?
favorite number? What was your first pet's name?
Your superhero name is your mom's maiden name and your birthday.
And your first pet? And what street did you grow up in? What was the mascot of your high school? That's your porno name.
Ay.
Oh man.
What
All right.
year did you graduate and what was your first job?
You know, the problem is that those kinds of things were going around before Facebook was on. I remember decades ago that thing coming up during like some employee get together at one of the companies that I worked for, and they were like, "Oh, what's your soap opera name?" I'm like, "What the hell does that mean?" They're like, "Oh, it's your middle name plus your street name."
Yeah, because they were trying to get those questions answered when they hack your computer when you're out.
Well, that's not going to work.
All right. Spawn spinoff Sam and Twitch is getting a TV series from Mayor of Easttown producers and Todd McFarlane.
You know what?
Go.
That's enough.
Huh?
Get out of here. Go to bed.
The adaptation will focus on Spawn's 2 most popular human characters. So this is the first one in the Spawnverse, right?
It's gonna be Law and Order Spawn VU.
I like that.
Are these two in the comics still?
Sam and Twitch?
No, they
Yeah,
haven't been around for a minute.
Not for a while.
they die off.
I thought Twitch got killed.
Doesn't mean they can't bring them out to do a show and revamp them.
Well, yeah, it also depends on when they decide to do it for it to take place. But I thought the character in the comic book got killed. He
Yeah,
was married to that supermodel looking chick, and they had like 800 kids or something.
but it's the comics. Nobody dies in the comic books.
Yeah.
They can
No,
have a
everybody
death pause.
dies, they all come back.
Then it's not death. It does remind me though of the that scene from the end of Invincible when the Immortal comes back. It's awesome.
Which immortal?
Oh,
is
yeah.
that?
I mean, Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah.
I like the Abraham Lincoln that they have in Rick and Morty.
Of course
Right,
you
that
do.
guy's funny.
And Rick and Morty's coming back this Sunday.
Did you guys watch Loki?
What's up?
Did you guys watch Loki?
Yeah, Loki was good. I really enjoyed it.
Loki was good. Not even low key.
I haven't watched it yet.
He
My
was at-
favorite part was when they showed all the Infinity Stones,
I
Dude,
That's what I said.
and they
too.
were like, "Oh, these are paperweights."
Yeah, somebody over there has it. And then, yeah,
in the junk drawer.
so good.
Jose ran away.
It was so good. And then they all like disappear.
Yeah.
He like opens up the drawers and he like looks and he's holding like the Tesseract in his hand. He's just like,
Yeah, he picks up the time stone and he's like, "What the? How do you got all these?" And he just laughs at him.
he's like, what? Yeah, there's tons of them in here. So
Well, they probably just round them up from all the different timelines, right?
yeah.
So, who do you think that hooded person was at the end?
Mephisto.
Not woke enough.
No, I think she's right. I think it's Mephisto.
It's Mephisto.
Why not? They already said that Loki is transgender, so or gender fluid or whatever.
I mean, he turned into a girl horse. Why not?
Yeah, well, in the Norse mythology, he did turn into a female, like some of the Greek gods did.
It's interesting to me that all of these transgender quote unquote heroes are always the villains. It's kind of weird.
Or anybody watching Sweet Tooth?
Jennifer and Mike, they poured through that thing like crazy. But
Did
I
they like
I
it?
didn't get a chance to see it. I didn't get a chance to watch. I saw parts here and there.
It's been
But I
in the top
didn't-
10 all week.
I
Yeah,
don't know.
But when they
Yeah,
had that
but,
first that first preview on it, I watched it and it rubbed me the wrong way. I clicked dislike and haven't looked at it since. But that's just me and my weird things.
yeah, it's next to watch for me. What about Bad Batch? Anybody watch the Bad Batch?
Bad Batch, Omega.
No, we haven't finished watching Clone Wars and Rebels yet. So
Well, spoiler alert,
okay.
Commander Rex shows up.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's cool to see Rex.
Yeah, it was. How many? I
That's-
think there's like 2 more episodes left. I think.
And it's supposed to just be a one-off, right?
I don't know.
Is it is all the voice work being done by what's his name, Tim
Yep.
Morris or whatever?
Yep.
Dude, that guy's getting paid fucking big bucks.
I wonder
he
if we
get-
got the Van Damme deal and is getting paid.
Yeah, Nate, you beat me to it.
Yeah, I mean he's gonna be known for doing that clone work and for being Aquaman's dad, and that's pretty much it.
I think he was in Hercules and Xena.
Oh no, it's 16 episodes, so it's barely on episode 6. So we got 10 more episodes to go.
Are they going to be sequential or going to try to put some kind of stupid break in it? It's nice to have 2 shows coming out of there during the week instead of just waiting for the one on every Friday.
No, it's every week.
Oh, it is every week, but we got
Yeah.
Loki on Wednesdays.
Yeah,
So
so
there's still 2
there's
channels,
no
there's
break.
2
There's
shows.
no break in between.
Oh, okay, cool.
So yeah, we're getting the full series all the way to August.
What's the next Marvel movie? Is it Black Widow?
Black
Yeah.
Widow.
Like next month.
Yep.
Is it Black Widow and Eternals is supposed to fill out the year?
No, I think after Black Widow, I think the What If cartoon comes out after.
Oh, that's
Is it a
yeah,
cartoon?
it's a cartoon.
Huh.
But I heard they're getting the voice characters back. Like, so like if Cap is in it, Chris Evans is supposed to be coming back and doing the voice work for it.
Coming
So
in
that-
August, 10 episodes. So it'll be right after Bad Batch, I think.
We still have to watch the MODOK show.
Oh yeah, I still need to finish that too.
That was okay.
Did you finish it, Lego?
I didn't finish it. I just watched that first episode. It's all right.
Yeah, I saw the first episode also. I haven't gone into it after that.
What the heck is Jose doing? Has he got a shake weight?
It's his drink. It's
Oh.
his
No, it's the shake weight, the one from South Park.
oh my god. He's bulking up. Can I get tickets to the gun show, Jose?
Those 9mm.
Nice. So sexy.
Oh wow, zoom, boom, boom, boom. And then we're also gonna have Hawkeye this year.
What? That's a TV show, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course it's a TV show. Nobody wants to see a Hawkeye movie.
Hey, did you hear they might bring Scar into the She-Hulk TV show?
No.
Who?
Hulk's son, Scar.
Oh,
But it's pronounced Skaar. It's Scar.
It has a gift
What?
on it.
I was gonna say, Hawkeye will be a dope ass show if they actually follow the Matt Fraction, David Aja run.
Yeah.
That run was phenomenal.
I just got that on
Cool.
in graphic novel. I just got
That's a good one.
It's a really good one.
I'm reading
The
the
dog.
It's all about the dog.
what I heard.
You can
I'm reading
actually
about
make a
the,
whole episode with just the dog. It's so dope.
Well, they made a whole issue of just the dog.
Yeah, I know.
That'd be cool.
So what's the what are we gonna do with Illuminati, Lego? You got a wall planned already picked to put it on?
I don't know, man. I'm still working it. Like I said, I had planned for this to be like a photo kind of put in there, but I don't know. Maybe I'll do like a kind of like a more realistic portrait on top of it. Maybe I might tape this off and then do like a portrait or paste something in. But the whole idea was to add a separate component in. I don't know. I'm not sure what's going on with it.
Should put the Zuck in the middle. Give him serpent eyes.
Good lord.
The Zuck.
The Zuck.
Now, if you put a picture in the middle,
Guy.
it makes those like blue arrows look like those are the arrows that you tap to go to like the next photo.
Oh, that's true, huh?
It's a grinder picture.
Ah,
Josh would know all about that.
Damn right.
what the hell? You promised not to tell anyone.
Hey, what happened in college stays in college.
You didn't go to college.
Oh yeah.
What didn't
That was-
happen to college stays in
No,
college.
No,
too.
that was the name of the bar. That's the
That's
name of the
exactly
bar.
right. Lego knew where I was going with that. It was the name of the bar.
The Blue Oyster Bar.
Yeah, it was called the College. Sorry, honey, I got to go to college.
Isn't there's like they call it a gentleman's club called the library.
Yeah.
Your mom goes to college.
No,
Hey,
what was weird?
She went to the frat house.
What is weird is that my mom went to college too.
Yeah.
If
his mom
anybody
went to-
does go to the library, Tuesdays is when it's the 2-for-1 special.
Nice.
There you go.
So I've been told.
Heard
Uh,
rumor.
I was only there to find and ask directions on how to get away from there.
That's right.
Taco Tuesday.
A different kind of Taco Tuesday, if you know what I mean.
Zing. Is that a euphemism for something?
Maybe.
What? I like no. Never mind. I was gonna say something. Not with you guys.
All right, let's see. We didn't do any sketches, did we? We got
Lego.
Legos art.
Yeah.
We got Legos art, but we didn't do any art. You got any art today, Isaac?
Hey, that library place sucks, man. Don't waste your money, man.
I've heard they made major improvements.
Nice. I like that.
Phoenix from Marat Michaels. And I've got another Phoenix from Jamal Agel.
That one's nice. I like that. I like that angle. That's cool.
Yeah, that's a good one. Anybody
got-
else?
From our buddy
Isaac?
Arnie.
Oh, Arnie.
He did a
Oh, we did the Harley.
Harley.
Nice. Check out the hammer, dude. Nice.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And then I also got from Joe Benitez.
El
A
Joe.
Joker.
Oh, that's dope.
Sick.
Not essay Joker, Batman Joker.
I say Joker.
And that's my 2 sketches.
I don't have a sketch.
Yeah, I didn't want to overshadow Lego's art today.
You could try, but it wouldn't happen.
I have an art piece, but it's not a sketch. It's our banners that we got.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Our banners are right there.
What banners?
Who is that from, Jose?
Kelly Jones.
Oh, bro.
We already showed these.
We did?
Yeah, we already showed these.
Okay, never mind then. Well, fuck yeah.
It was a free little sketch he gave us. I think, was it WonderCon, Isaac?
It was.
That's the only one I have accessible here. So, oh, and there's a Rick and Morty comic in the back
Hell yeah.
from San Diego Comic Con.
Oh, gee, I don't know, Rick.
Oh, gee, Rick, you know, you took the Godzilla potion again. Became a kaiju. Ah.
Goddamn kaiju.
Our friend just got done watching the Pickle Rick episode.
Oh, that's a good one. Pickle Rick.
I think my favorite part of that though is like towards the end where, yeah, there you go, is where he like walks into the therapy like it's nonchalant. He just kind of like crawls up onto the chair. He just sits down. He's like, okay, like, what are you
Oh.
talking about?
I like
No problem.
I like when they run into the principal and he's all, hey, you guys eat shit too?
Yeah.
They're all, what? And then Morty opens that book. He's like, oh my God, there's people eating shit in this book. And it's like, what is going on in there?
You know what I see there, Lego? That's a Legend of the Zelda, The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past star map.
Hell yeah.
There's a Triforce.
You
Oh,
got
definitely.
you got the E on top for the Eisner Award. Right there in the corner.
Oh yeah.
There's a level where you go and burn the bush and you get the sword underneath it.
Burn the
there.
bush. Get the sword.
Right
Was it
there's
got
where you take the peyote.
Oh, peyote, man.
So if the bush is burning and you get the sword, does the sword burn?
What?
Wow, look at the time.
Yeah, we're pushing on. We are pushing on 2 hours.
Yeah.
So Lego, is the Triforce gonna make an appearance on the next episode or?
I think the Triforce might be done. I'll probably finish it up at some point this week. We'll see. But
Don't rush art. You can't rush it. Jeez, Nate.
sometimes with these, like I like to take a step away and come back to it. So next week maybe we'll do a little geeky something next week. Maybe we can get some Batman or something going.
That's cool. Check out Skull Dude Joe on Instagram. You can follow what happens with this wonderful art piece.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And skulldudejoe.com. We've got all the collection connection merch, Comic Cave merch, hats, shirts, decals, or stickers or whatever they're called. I'm not sure. But yeah, check it out, guys. There's lots of good stuff on there.
All right, are we gonna? Now we're up to 10. This is our peak of watchers now. Every time we try to sign off, like 5 people log on.
Naturally.
All right,
Oh.
so we've got Bram Stoker's Dracula coming next week to Late to the Party. Do we know if that's on?
Yeah,
Look
we're
at
It's on my shelf.
look it up on your phone.
Nah.
Jeez.
This is Jose's movie. He needs to tell us.
You dick.
I didn't pick it. All the movies I selected, I made sure were on some kind of streaming service.
It's on the HBO.
Oh,
Oh. I have the HB. Oh.
the Hubu.
Ooh.
It's on the Hobo Network.
The home box office.
All
Is
right,
that what
you
it
guys-
stands for?
Yeah, I do have John's HBO. That's how I have it.
I
Hey,
think-
Just Till Dawn's on there too.
who?
From Dusk Till Dawn.
Yeah.
Ooh, let's watch that instead.
How much that? Hey, you get to put it on the wheel when it's your turn, Lego.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless you're gonna tattoo a Dracula on you, maybe we'll.
I'm good.
Or we should watch Wes Craven's Vampires with
Ooh, fucking
James
James Woods.
Woods. There we go.
Oh yeah, I remember that movie. I saw it it was like on Sci-Fi Channel or some silly thing.
Yeah.
James Woods at his finest.
I don't know. I think that was a scary movie.
Is Ice Cube in that one too?
I don't know. I don't remember that much. I remember James Woods. I thought, what's his face? Jane from Fireflies. Adam Baldwin. I could be wrong though. It's just a bunch of meatheads are in that movie.
Daniel Baldwin's on it.
Oh, there is a Baldwin brother. I just
Yeah,
didn't get the right
There's
one.
a Baldwin brother in there.
Nice. Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah, that Josh's favorite James Woods movie is when it's from Scary Movie when he walks into the
Oh, and he goes,
oh,
"Oh,
fuck
fuck
this."
this."
out. He was like, damn. All right.
John says Scary Movie 2 had the greatest James Woods scene ever.
Yeah.
John says he picked up Paramount Plus. Good stuff so far. Isn't that like Woke Trek?
Woke Trek is on it, yes.
Is Beavis
That's-
and Butthead on there yet?
Oh, I don't know. I know it's supposed to be. I just don't know if it is yet. All right, we gotta go to bed. Josh has to get up in the morning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we just cracked 2 hours.
All right.
All right.
Sounds good.
Check us out on Friday. You get to see the double impact. Liz's awesome review that laughs from all of us. And then you'll see the Comic Cave here on Wednesday morning. And we'll be back again Monday. Thanks for watching, y'all.
Night
Make
night.
sure to like this video.
Yeah, smash it right now. Like it. Smash it. Smash it. Do it.
Like it. Like it.
Do
Give a
it.
thumbs up.
Do it.
Do it.
Some more.
Do it.
Do it. Do it.
Do
Do
it.
it.
Do
Do
it.
it now. Do it now.
Sexy.
Do it.
Do it slow. Come
All
on.
right, guys.
Knock it off. Get out of here with that stupid thing. All right. See you guys later.
Later.
Later.